Hey, Chris Liepe here, helping you stop throat and neck tension here and now. Let's make it so that it's not an issue for you, so that you can express yourself creatively through your voice, no matter what you're singing. In this video, we're going to take some cues from Thom Yorke.
Looks like the real thing. She tastes like the real thing. Well, fake plastic love. But I can't help but feel it. I could blow through the ceiling if I just turn around. And it wears me out.
Now, if you're not sure what it feels like to properly support your voice, you don't have that sensation built into how you sing, what we're going to be going through in this video is going to be very tough for you. So if you need more help with this, click the link below and join my free voice course and thoroughly go through those videos. Watch this video, and between that free course and this video, you'll be able to relieve and get rid of your throat tension, neck tension while singing. If you've ever sat across from someone and they make a quick gesture at you like this, or they pretend like they're going to throw something at you, what do? You wince. You tense up momentarily. You're reacting to a perceived threat. Even if they're just throwing a straw at you or something, there's this reaction that's based out of, it's a fear response. It's, I better get out of the way, something's going to hurt me, or something's startled me, and you can't help it. You can't help but react like that if you don't know what's coming, if you're surprised by something, if something is unfamiliar and creeps up on you like that, or blatantly gets your attention. Your natural reaction is to do this. You tense up, and you tense up in ways that you can't control. So when we look at throat tension like this, it is a fear-based response, an unconscious manifestation of fear in your body. You don't believe me? You think fear is too harsh of a word? Well, when we are pursuing our singing and we make singing about goodness, we're trying to perform a song well. We're trying to do something good. We're trying to hit a particular note or particular passage that we find challenging. We tense up. We tense up because we are unsure of how we're going to be able to handle what we're trying to do. And this tension is the only way that our body naturally knows how to protect itself. It's not something we can control, and it's not because we can't do something or because something is too hard. It is because of our perception that we may not be able to fulfill our own expectations or someone else's expectations based on comparison. And then we have to realize that simply saying, don't tense up, or I got to work on not being so tense. We can't say that, because then we're just going to not be able to fulfill our own expectations as we try to relieve the tension. We have to take a completely different approach. We stop striving for anything in the moment when we're singing, when we feel that we are tensing up. And we let ourselves go. What do I mean by let ourselves go? Well, you have only to listen to the sedated engagement of Thom Yorke and internalize this way of singing to understand what I mean by let go. Yes, he's hitting pitches. Yes, he's saying words. Yes, he's communicating ideas. But there is this sense that he is laying back in the experience of his voice. Yes, this is the beginnings of the exercise that I want you to do to start solving throat tension. It's a different way to think about your singing. Rather than singing, she looks like the real thing. She tastes like the real thing. Where I'm focusing a lot on, I didn't sound bad, but I'm focusing a lot on the pitches. I'm focusing a lot on the lyrics. And I felt a little bit of tension there. That's not how Thom Yorke sounds when he sings, not how he looks, and not what we want to model ourselves after if we are trying to sing without tension. So I'm going to get rid of the words, and I'm going to loosely hold the pitches. Then I'm actually going to start sighing as I sing. Introduce a little bit more of the words, but I'm still going to be totally slurred. What I'm doing is I am completely getting rid of the attitude that I need to deliver on these lines. Instead, I need to experience these lines in stages, and as I experience the resonance in my body, as I experience the sound and the tone and the emotions wash over me that I am summoning as I go about singing these lines, some of the things that I'm pursuing by just trying to be good are going to actually just appear out of nowhere into my voice. She looks like, as I'm sighing, she looks like the real thing. She tastes like the real thing. Fake plastic love. Oh. If you start coughing while you're sighing, take a deep breath and make sure that when you're engaging your throat, you're engaging everything you feel as high in your throat as possible. Let's do this again. Let's continue to sigh into the lines. She looks like the real thing. She tastes like a real thing. A fake plastic love. Okay, now that I've got this sigh, by definition, when we sigh, we are releasing tension, right? Right? When we're grunting, we're holding on to tension. But when we sigh, we're releasing tension. So we want to sing sigh and gradually bring in our normal singing voice. And our tension-free singing is a constant balance between sighing and precision. Sighing and goodness. But we don't ever want to pursue goodness alone for goodness sake. She looks like the real thing. She tastes like the real thing. A fake plastic love. A fake plastic love. Now, there's some interesting things happening with my voice that I kind of like. Little bits of grit, some neat emotive qualities that are happening. And they're happening from a sigh abandon standpoint rather than me trying to go, she looks like the real thing. That's actually not a bad way to sing, but it is more tense and it is more prone to creating unwanted throat tension, especially as we get higher in our voice. If I take the sigh, release mentality and balance that with some of the other things that I do, I am going to be in way better shape, especially as I start going higher. She looks like the real thing. She looks like the real. She tastes like the real thing. My fake blood, take love. Now, there's aspects of being intense here, but I do not feel any throat tension at all here. So, what do you do when you are being attacked by tension? Realize why it's happening, and then sigh in and out of your singing. These two things, calling your own self-consciousness out as to why you're tense, and then sighing out of the tension, is going to be what keeps you from experiencing chronic throat tension as you sing. No, it's not about doing exercises. It's not about following a certain thing to get your voice in shape. It's about these two things. Again, if you'd like more help with your voice, if you'd like to figure out how that support can be manifested in ways that allow you to sing more freely, click the link below, join my free voice course. We'll see you for more.